Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio, everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Battle Chronicle video, and welcome to the first of two videos that you're going to be seeing for Danmachi Battle Chronicle today, because to be quite honest, I wasn't expecting to actually drop this video in particular today, because this investor presentation from KLab just came out of nowhere. Well, not necessarily out of nowhere. I knew that it was coming in the next couple of days, but I wasn't expecting it today, to say the least. So we're going to be going through the presentation material. We're going to be checking out if there's any further information about Danmachi Battle Chronicle and the launch process. Of course, you guys already know that I'm looking forward to seeing if there's any further mention of a PC release, because quite frankly speaking, if the gameplay elements don't change for Danmachi Battle Chronicle, I think that a PC release is kind of a must, in all honesty, and we'll talk about that later on in this video, if and when we see a PC release being mentioned or not, of course. So yeah, be sure to stick around for this video. It's gonna be a good one. Of course, if you guys want to also enjoy this video, remember to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Battle Chronicle content. We're gonna have a load of things happening regarding Battle Chronicle in the next couple of days, especially with the live stream tomorrow. And leave a comment down below as well. Let me know, would you guys not play on iOS or Android, or would you guys not play the game, I should specifically say, if there is no PC release? Like, do you guys need a PC release to play the game? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm very curious to see what you guys would have to say regarding that specific topic in the comment section for sure. All right, let's take a look at the presentation material now, shall we? Usually these things tend to give us a lot of information. I mean, if you take a look at the past records, right? Obviously last time around when we read through the investor report, we saw that there was a mention of a PC release still in the presentation material, even though, you know, the announcement itself kept maintaining that it was only on iOS and Android. The KLab report still maintained that there was a PC release. Then if we go back in time, we also found out that KLab was taking a step back from the publishing of the game, and it was going to be entirely aiming at publishing and developing the game, with KLab helping out with the development side of things, nothing to do with publishing. And we've also found out about, you know, the game in itself being co-developed with Aiming Inc. and everything a year ago. Basically at this point, about a year ago, we found out about that. So a lot of stuff has happened through these investor reports, and they tend to give out a lot of material. So it's going to be very interesting to see if we get anything in regards to that now in this video in particular. So the topics for the so they have some topics here. So the topics for today's investor report is new soccer title co-developed with EA, open beta test implementation finalized. Okay, release 2 titles as operated type casual games. Danmachi Battle Chronicle pre-registration and launch finalized. Development of the new blockchain game QA, continuing uniform partnership with Nankatsu SC, and start a new joint research with Kyushu University. So the main thing we're taking a look at is the third point in particular. So let's scroll down and let's see what we have in store for us. So here they're talking about their existing IPs and what they're dealing with and how their revenue is basically in terms of their existing games with like Bleach Brave Souls and everything. Of course, Bleach Brave Souls is gonna get a huge jump in revenue because of the second core of course, Thousand Year Blood War arc in July. So they're gonna be working on it tremendously. I love how for Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, they're saying working on drastic measures for recovery. I mean, this is something that these gacha game companies have to do, and it's applicable to even Danmimo and inevitably Danmachi Battle Chronicle. Once you get to a certain age, right? Like Danmimo is on its 6th year of its existence. The Hero Festas were definitely a way for them to try and push forward some momentum for Danmachi as a whole in terms of Memoria Freese, along with the anime trying to sell the game a lot more. So I guess, you know, that is an example of them working on measures to ensure that the revenue for Danmimo is at a decent amount, which we'll be talking about in a separate video, by the way. I know some people have been pointing out that I've been talking about the revenue in some of the streams. I'm going to be making a dedicated video on the revenue of Danmimo very, very soon. But this is something games have to do. So, and these developing teams know that that has to be something they have to do. Otherwise, it ends in end of service. Basically, it'll end in end of service. So that's something they kind of have to do to try and make sure they're able to succeed extremely well. All right, so let's keep going down and let's get to the main point we're here for, and not about, you know, talking about how financial management and analysis and all that. Let's talk about the topics itself. So for those of you interested in the soccer title with EA, EA. Open beta starts on the May 25th, so expect to see a lot of stuff regarding this, to be quite honest, because it's EA and it's a mobile game. That's going to be very interesting. It's very interesting that EA is doing a new football game because they already have FIFA on mobile. So curious to see what it's going to be like, basically. So these are the casual games, and now this is interesting. Okay. Danmachi Battle Chronicle, pre-registration and launch finalized. New battle action RPG, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Battle Chronicle, distributed by Aiming Inc. with pre-registration that started on April 20th. Distribution finalized for 80 countries around the world, including Japan, starting from May 23rd. So, a couple of things. First and foremost, no PC release is mentioned anymore. We'll check in the later section, in the pipeline section, if there's any further mentions of a PC release. Fingers crossed there is, otherwise we'll have to talk about that in just a second. But there's still no entire list for the 80 countries involved. Like, 80 countries is a lot. Let's be real. Compared to Dan Nemo, for example, which is only available in like 11 or 12 countries, 80 countries is like 8 times that, literally, right? So it's nice to have that many countries, but it's also beneficial for us to know which countries it's available in so that we can help people out. You know, as a content creator, I would like to let people know, like, okay, it's available in XYZ country, but if I don't know what countries it's available in, I can't do much about that, right? I cannot do much about that. So that's something to bear in mind. All right, so development of new blockchain game, confirming continuing uniform partnership with Nankatsu SC. It's a soccer club. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, and of course Kyushu University. Of course, if you guys want to read this entire investor report, I'll be leaving a link to it down in the description below. This is something, if you guys are more interested in the other things that I might have, missed out on or didn't talk about, you guys can go read that. Okay, so let's take a look at this now. All right, so I want to look at the second point in particular, right? So, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Battle Chronicle, Danmachi for Project Production Committee, Aiming Inc. Partnership with Aiming Inc. for the development of an online game battle action RPG. Pre-registration is currently in progress. Plan for distribution in on May 23rd, 2023 by Aiming Inc. And that's all we've got. Okay. So first and foremost, we didn't get much information today. Unfortunately, this time around, the investor report has sort of failed us effectively. We don't have much information to go off of. However, we also lost a lot of information because, of course, if we go back in time, I'm going to go to KLab's website right now. Now that we know what it is there, I'm not going to focus on that too much. I want to go back to the investor relations, and I want to go to the I should have gone to the IR library. One second. Let me go to the IR library, the investor relations library, financial result presentations, and let's go back to February's financial report. So this one, right? All right. Let's go to the presentation for this one. Now, in the last presentation and over the last couple of presentations, if you go back and watch all my older videos with these investor relation reports and stuff, there's been a constant note that it is a PC and mobile game release. Danmachi Battle Chronicle, that is. If you scroll all the way down, right, if you scroll all the way down to the pipeline, it still maintains here. PC and mobile game, right here, right? It says it right here. Now, for me personally, I am on the fence. I'm on the side that it should have a PC release. The way the gameplay is structured and with how modern action RPGs are, you kind of have to have a PC release. You know, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you look at games like Punishing Grey Raven, they literally are dropping the PC release for that game on the 15th of May. Bleach Brave Souls has a PC release. Honkai Impact 3rd has a PC release. All these action RPGs that are relatively popular are also available on PC, and the reason for that is because PC controls are much easier to manage with these sort of games, and they're much better than mobile controls. When you have games like Danmachi Battle Chronicle or Honkai Impact 3rd or whatever you name it on mobile, they're always a little bit finicky and hard to play, usually, right? And as somebody who's played the Danmachi Battle Chronicle beta, I can attest to that. The game is okay on mobile. It's not like a horrendous experience like how, for example, in my personal opinion, Sword Art Online Variant Showdown was, right? Or any other really bad action RPG gacha game. I feel like there are so many out there in the market. If I name them, it will be here forever, right? But there are so many like that where the mobile controls are downright horrible and it's not fun to play. Battle Chronicle is still fun to play and it's a nice experience. It's not a perfect experience and it's not a great experience either. It's a nice to good experience, I would say. A PC experience would make the game way better. And my concern is the fact that if they don't bring out a PC release for this game, I fear that a lot of people who are going to download the game on iOS and Android will just stop playing because they don't enjoy the gameplay experience and the experience of, you know, the mobile controls. Whereas if there was a PC release, those players could play on PC and actually enjoy those controls. I personally will obviously play on mobile. That's absolutely fine with me. But I know so many players who would be like, okay, it doesn't have a PC release. I don't care. I don't care about the game. I'd rather play something else instead, you know? And that is a little bit concerning and a little bit of a problem to me. I know so many people in my own personal Discord who have said quite categorically that without a PC release, I'm not playing the game, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like this game has the potential to be very special in my personal opinion. They've got 3D models going for it. It's the first Danmachi game with 3D models proper 3D models. That's the first one, right? I know somebody kept asking me in like one of my shorts, like, why are you excited about this game? It's like every other anime game out there. Why are you so excited? It doesn't look anything special. Well, yes, it doesn't look anything special if we look at it from a gacha perspective, but what it is it's a first ever 3D model, proper 3D model Danmachi game. We've only had chibi models and, you know, 2D art usually when it comes to Danmachi games. Danmimo, Danmachi Cross Historia is literally just 2D art for the most part. Orari Rhapsodia, you know, obviously we had Infinite Combat. All these games are pretty much just chibi models or 2D art, right? And the fact that we've got a 3D model game fully, see a 3D CGI rigged and everything, the hope was that if it comes on PC, this will be one of the best things to happen to the Danmachi franchise, in my personal opinion, because you've gotten access to the PC market. It's on a form of console, and you've obviously got the mobile market in your palm, in your hands, right? And that excitement was there, of course, and it's still there. But if they don't release it on PC, I feel like they're missing out on a very big trick, in my personal opinion. So we'll have to wait and see. Let me scroll through it and see if there's anything else that they've mentioned in regards to Danmachi Battle Chronicle. It doesn't seem to be the case so far. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. I think this is all we've gotten so far. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I'll go into more detail later on in today's video. I have another Danmachi Battle Chronicle video coming out in a couple of hours to 4 or 5 hours time, let's say. I'm gonna just put that estimate out there, talking about the live stream tomorrow. But I'll talk about the PC release there a little bit more. But that's just my personal opinion. Hopefully this is just them, you know, just not mentioning anything and them just saying that this is what's happening basically. Maybe in tomorrow's live stream we'll get the official announcement for a PC release. But right now, if it is no longer happening and it's only sticking with a mobile game, I'm not happy. And I feel like they're missing out on a big trick. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Battle Chronicle content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.